Rivals Radio.
Welcome back, deep divers. And if you're like us, you've probably been glued to everything happening after year one of the Football Rivals Pro League. Just wow.
It's been pretty intense, hasn't it?
Totally. So today, our mission really is to cut through all that noise, get past the big headlines and give you the real shortcut to understanding what actually went down at the Rivals Cup Championship and what it all means moving forward.
Yeah, this isn't just looking back.
No, exactly. It's your, let's call it, definitive off-season report.
We're definitely unpacking the championship game itself, the first ever Rivals Cup winners being crowned.
Huge moment.
Huge, but maybe even bigger, we're diving into all the drama that's swirling now. You've got this coaching carousel spinning like crazy, prizing player moves or potential moves, and what looks like it's going to be the hottest free agency and trade period this league has ever seen, maybe will ever see.
It feels like this is the moment where year one is finally truly put to bed, and the groundwork for year two is either being smashed to pieces or very carefully laid down.
Right. So let's start with the main event, the Rivals Cup Championship game.
Okay.
On paper, yeah, grand finale sounds right. So what really happened in that matchup? You had Albuquerque, the Nexus champs.
The Dukes, 8 and 9 in the regular season, clawed their way through the playoffs. Just a wild ride for them.
Totally wild. And they were up against the Apex champs, the Buffalo Brawlers, dominant number 1 seed, 16-1. Just looked unbeatable for most of the year.
So that question about it being a foregone conclusion.
Well, the first half definitely didn't feel like it. Not at all.
Okay.
The Dukes, under GM Walt Shelby, they really played that opportunistic style we talked about all season.
Right. Not built for long drives, more about those explosive plays, turnovers.
Exactly. High risk, high reward. They lived off opponent mistakes.
Yeah.
And remember their playoff run. Started as underdogs, then boom, they shut down that high-powered Rhinos offense.
Yeah, that was stunning.
So they absolutely came into this game believing they could make it ugly, hang in there.
Yeah.
And, well, for a while they did. They really did. They wanted to prove that earlier loss to Buffalo, the 27-7 game, meant nothing.
And Buffalo, Doug Baxter's team, a juggernaut is the right word. They rolled through the playoffs too, handled the Sting pretty easily, 42-21. Frost looked unstoppable then. But this game, the championship, you said the first half was a slugfest. Albuquerque really did hang in, made it messy, even forced Frost into some, uncharacteristic plays. It felt like they were playing way above their heads almost.
They were giving it everything. But then the second half happened.
Yeah.
And Buffalo didn't just hit the gas.
No.
It was more like they hit the nitrous. Just an absolute offensive surge. And what's really interesting, I think, is how fast they turned it around. It wasn't gradual. It was like flipping a switch. An explosion of offense that just buried the Dukes. And that tells you something. It's not just talent.
It's adaptability.
Exactly. They found another gear, a higher gear, when they were actually challenged. That ability to adjust under pressure and just dominate.
Yeah.
That's the blueprint for future champs in this league, isn't it?
Absolutely. It has to be. And speaking of explosions, Andrew Frost, that second half performance, 5 touchdowns.
Let that sink in. 5.
It wasn't just stats, it was a statement. This is my league. Cemented his status, obviously got the game MVP, no question there.
And the final score reflected that dominance. 55-27, Buffalo wins. They get the first Rivals Cup trophy, the prize money. It's a huge moment for that franchise.
Yeah, and for the league's first year. Sets a really high bar.
Very high bar.
Okay, so you'd think, right, championship, MVP, Andrew Frost is king in Buffalo. Smooth sailing ahead.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
But the whispers. They're not whispers anymore, are they? They're basically roars now. This is where things get, really interesting. Because right after the confetti falls, this whole new drama kicks off. Frost has the ring, another MVP, and like the reports say, maybe the most leverage any player's ever had in this league.
It's pretty unprecedented.
So what's the real story here? Why all this talk about him wanting out? He just won it all there.
It's fascinating, isn't it? The reports are pretty consistent. Frost reportedly wants out. Not because he can't win in Buffalo. He just proved he absolutely can.
Right.
It seems to be 2 things. 1, he wants to be the highest paid player in the league. Period. And 2, he apparently wants to move closer to home. Alaska.
Wow. Okay, so think about that position he's in. Reigning champ MVP just delivered the first ever cup, and now he's demanding a record contract in a specific location.
Every agent, they're watching this like hawks. How Buffalo handles this, it could completely reset the market. It could redefine player power in this whole league.
Which puts GM Doug Baxter in just an unbelievable spot. A nightmare, maybe.
High stakes doesn't even begin to cover it.
You've just won the ultimate prize, and your MVP basically hands you an ultimatum before the champagne's even flat. So what does Baxter do? Does he just gut the roster, pay Frost whatever it takes, potentially losing key pieces?
Yeah.
Or does he make that incredibly tough call? Trade him, flip him for what would have to be like a king's ransom of assets.
Imagine the haul you could get. An MVP quarterback right off a championship win. The offers would be astronomical.
But could Buffalo actually do that? Trade their MVP QB right after winning it all and still compete?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the $100 million question in this case. But if you look at their roster, maybe. It wouldn't be easy, but they have some serious pieces.
Like who's the core if Frost leaves?
Okay, think about this. Terrence Andrews at wide receiver. Second in Offensive Player of the Year voting. Top 3 in catches, top 3 in touchdowns. Game changer.
Okay.
Then you got Ronnie Leak at running back. Led the league in rushing yards. Just a beast.
Bruising runner.
Absolutely. And on defense.
Yeah.
Greg Looney. Second in sacks, second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. Constant pressure.
He was everywhere.
And Jayshon Hawthorne at corner. Led the league with 17 pass breakups. Allowed, get this, 8 catches all season. 8.
That's insane. Basically a shutdown corner.
Pretty much. And don't forget Julius Dobson, the safety. Elite player back there, too. So it's not just Frost. There's a real foundation of top-tier talent at key positions. Could they pivot? It's possible. Risky, but possible.
Wow, okay. So while Buffalo's dealing with that drama, celebrating but also maybe panicking a little.
A little. Yeah, probably more than a little.
A completely different kind of drama is hitting other teams. The coaching carousel. 5 teams, just boom, coach is gone.
It was swift. Ruthless, really.
Oh.
A bloodbath by any standard, as one report put it.
Who got the axe? Let's list them out.
All right. Houston Hoplites, Austin Strangers, Mexico City Firebirds, San Antonio Law, and the Memphis Mojo. All looking for new head coaches right after the season ended.
5 teams. Why so fast? What does that say about this league?
Well, it says expectations are through the roof. It's not just about wins, though you need those. It's about belief.
Belief?
Yeah, belief from the fans, from the front office, you're building something special. And in this league, it seems like that belief fades fast. If you don't deliver and deliver quickly, you're out. It's a win now or else culture, maybe even more intense than in some established leagues.
Yeah, it feels that way. Expectations are sky high, belief fades fast. That sums it up pretty well. One shot, basically.
Pretty much. And because it happened so quickly, the rumor mill is already churning about who might fill those 5 spots.
Okay, who are the hot names?
Well, unsurprisingly, eyes are on Buffalo's staff. Gary Crawford, the offensive coordinator, and Benjon Brew, the defensive coordinator, just won the cup. Their stock couldn't be higher.
Makes sense. Proven winners? Who else?
There's Nathan Castellon, the OC for the Canton Crush. What he did with Jimmy McNamara, turning him into a 5,000-yard rookie QB, that's incredibly impressive. Teams wanting an offensive spark, we'll be calling it.
Definitely. Turning a rookie into that kind of passer.
Yeah.
That gets attention.
And don't forget Greg Jackson, the DC from the Philadelphia Fury, built a defense so good, so scary, it almost carried Nigel Crothers to another MVP.
Right, that Fury defense was nasty. So you've got offensive minds, defensive minds, championship pedigree, lots of options for these teams.
Absolutely. And whoever they hire, these coaching changes are huge. They're going to completely reshape things for year 2, new schemes, new cultures. 5 teams getting a major overhaul, that shifts the whole competitive landscape.
Yeah, it really does. Okay, so we've got Frost Watch, we've got the coaching chaos. That's not all. Is it the offseason drama goes deeper, player movement, other big decisions?
Oh yeah. Frost is the headline for sure, but there are other major stories brewing. Take Earl Rose.
Ah, yes. Traded midseason from Albuquerque to Virginia Beach.
And then just went off. 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns in like half a season.
Incredible production. Virginia Beach has to love him after that.
They definitely do. But can they afford him? That's the big question now. They've got contract juggling to do, the clock's ticking. He's proven he's a top-tier back, and his next contract could set the bar for running backs league-wide.
Another potential market setter. And back to Buffalo for a second. You mentioned the defense.
What happens with Julius Dobson, the elite safety? His future seems tied into their big plan, whatever it is. And Brandon Crosby, the right tackle they traded for, who really solidified that line.
So they're like dominoes. Frost goes, maybe Dobson goes, maybe Crosby.
Could be. Trading Frost might trigger a whole chain reaction to recoup assets or manage the cap. That championship defense could look very different next year, leaving Baxter with a whole new rebuild job on that side of the ball.
Man, and what about the team that lost the cup? The Dukes. They gotta be hurting.
Oh, for sure. Getting that close and losing. That takes a toll, mentally, emotionally.
So what's the fallout there? Any internal drama?
Well, you wonder about guys like Scott Tyson, a veteran player, but he was apparently pretty vocal about being unhappy midseason. Does he stick around after this loss?
Probably not a good sign.
And there are whispers, just whispers, mind you, about guys like Randy Woodson and Philip Overton maybe thinking about retirement after that tough loss. Losing key veterans like that would hurt. Big holes to fill.
And it's not just the Dukes, right? There's a wider veteran watch across the league. Potential retirements that could really change things for year two.
Definitely. Keep an eye on some of the veteran quarterbacks. William Paulson, Chuck Schaefer. These guys aren't just vets, they were like foundational players for the league's passing game early on.
True legends already.
And linebacker legends too.
Yeah.
Kevin Cutler, Ramon Griffith, anchor defenses for years. If guys like that hang it up, it's more than just losing players, it feels like a changing of the guard.
So does all this, the potential retirements, the Frost situation, does it signal that year two is where the league really turns the page, like a new era dawning through the draft, through player development?
It really could be. I mean, this league has systems for player development, scouting, the draft. It's set up for these kinds of natural evolutions, like real sports leagues.
Yeah.
But this offseason, it feels like that evolution could hit fast forward.
Yeah.
A whole new wave of talent stepping up.
What an offseason. Seriously, year one's done, but the drama is absolutely just getting started. You've got Frost Watch, the Earl Rose contract saga, 5 coaching jobs up for grabs, potential retirements from huge names.
Buckle up is right. This is your offseason report, folks. It's going to be wild.
It really is. And this is what makes this league so compelling, right?
Absolutely. This was where, legends get made, maybe dynasties get broken before year two even kicks off. This whole immersive, fan-driven thing, it thrives on these stories, these rivalries.
Yeah, the player development, the fan engagement. You just don't see this kind of constantly evolving storyline, this kind of community impact anywhere else.
It's unique. And it's only going to get more so.
Well, potential chaos and excitement for year two.
Exactly. It's what makes following the Football Rivals League so interesting.
A lot to think about, indeed. We'll definitely be here tracking all of it, every trade, every signing, every rumor, all the drama.
For the deep dive, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this gives you your shortcut to being fully informed on the Football Rivals Pro League's wild offseason.
It's Rivals Radio.